Hey everyone, so I'm just going to quickly walk through this very briefly just in case there's any misunderstanding still. So basically how you do this is you start with the DAO Vault. Then what you want to do is before you even do anything, you just want to get this approved by the USDC contract. So I'm just going to do that. I usually approve about 10 just in case. I'm just going to write that to my wallet. The approval needs to be called for like every single address, or I mean every single sender, basically. But I'm sure most people know that. Then I'm just going to wait for that to happen. While I'm waiting for that, I'm just going to go down to this stake function and I'm simply going to type in the amount I want staked. I'm just going to stake 1 USDC, and yeah, and that I should get my NFT after I do that. So we're going to stake 1 USDC. I'm also going to send money to this contract because the yield pool is not like fully generated, so there's really not enough money to transact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a little more USDC to the contract, just so I can get, just so these transactions go smoothly. The yield is still coming out; it's just not really enough to do anything. So I'm just going to send some more USDC, and we'll send like two. Actually, we'll send like 3 USDC to the contract. Okay. Okay. Now that I'm all staked and I have my NFT and everything, and let's see, is there anything that I should show here? No, there is not. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head over to the DAO, and I can now propose something. I'm going to say true for this. I'm going to say I want to receive my payment in WETH instead of USDC, and we'll just look at my WETH right here in my wallet. So we're going to look for that number to go up. Um, then we're just going to do for a new pool table in the lobby. Okay, and then we're going to do a receiver address, which is just going to be me. I'm going to be the person receiving these funds. I could elect it to be anyone. Then I'm going to put in my token ID. Then I'm going to write. And then I'm going to just push this through nicely. Okay. And I'm also going to vote on my own proposal. So normally the competing proposals, there'd be multiple proposals going through, but for this example, we're just doing one. I'm going to choose my proposal ID. I'm going to choose my token ID, and then I'm going to write a vote. If we can actually get this to work. Oh, that's why it's not working. Okay. Now it should work. Okay. And so there is a queue up time where basically people can submit proposals. Once we hook this up to Chainlink, there's going to be it's all going to be automated. So there's going to be a time when people can propose and vote, and then there's going to be an auto calculation function that's called. That's what this does right here, manual perform upkeep. That's going to be called by Chainlink keepers automatically. And then it's just all going to process and the payment will go through and the winning proposal will be decided. But for the example, we're just going to use manual perform upkeep because it's expensive for Chainlink, to use Chainlink. So I'm going to write this. We're just going to calculate the winner. The winner is me since there's only one proposal. Okay. And now we're going to pass time. And this pass time function is just Chainlink automatically passing time. This is called by Chainlink automatically. Um, And we're going to click it, and hopefully we get some WETH in our wallet. And I'm going to check to see if we get the WETH. Sometimes it takes a little while to do. Okay, and let's check to see if we got our WETH. Again, sometimes it takes a little bit long to do. And yeah, so we got our WETH. So we were paid out in WETH based off of our, our choice there. So that's kind of cool. And then if we go back to our DAO Vault our DAO Vault, and we try to unstake, right? So I'm gonna put my token ID in, and I'm gonna try to unstake. And we're not able to unstake because our NFT is non-transferable. So while we're getting paid, there's a delay period where basically the user has to stay staked until the next proposal is elected. That's basically how it works. So this prevents people from like just getting paid and then unstaking from the protocol immediately. Like you still have to contribute your stake to the next. If you get elected, you still have to contribute your stake to the next proposal in the interest of fairness. So your NFT becomes non-transferable. In order to fix that, we're just going to pass time again to the proposal period. So I'm going to write one more time, and I'm going to pass time again. And we're going to push this through real. Oh, yeah. Okay. And we're going to wait for that to go through. And it went through. So now we should be able to go back to our vault, and we should be able to unstake our NFT. If we write this time, yeah, our NFT is now transferable again because we're no longer, yeah, a new proposal. It's on to the next one, and we can now unstake and receive our money back. All right, cool, and that's about it. And yeah, that's the entire walkthrough of the proposal. Again, this is all going to be done with Chainlink, so there's not going to be all this manual stuff. And our NFT should now be burned. It's still appearing on OpenSea because that's just how OpenSea is, but it's burned, and you can prove it by going to the NFT contract, looking at the total supply, and you'll see that the total supply has actually decreased based off of our unstake function. So that's it.